We at the Royal Society of Chemistry are very interested and keen to be working with KUDOS, as the toolkit that they provide increases the impact of our authors' work. For advancing the chemical sciences, we want to provide our authors with the very best services that we can. In this short video, Fiona and Tony will give you some more information about how KUDOS increases impact.
Well, so it's basically a tool to help researchers maximise the reach of their published articles. You know, KUDOS really helps you use various sort of media channels to help you, media channels such as Twitter and YouTube and so on, to help you get your work noticed more.
As an author, I can say that I want to use it specifically for wrapping things around an article, because an article is a very standalone piece of information, and what I want to do is connect things to it. For example, if I write a blog post about it, if I happen to give a presentation, I'd like to connect all of this to the article, because there's way more than the research I've delivered in the article itself. There's so much more to say. Then from there, how can I push that out across an entire communication channel? That's what I'm looking forward to. I spent hundreds of hours gathering data, analysing data, writing it up, going through the peer review process, dealing with all of the feedback from the peer review. Maybe I get refused, I have to submit it elsewhere. I mean, literally, it's hundreds and hundreds of hours. So for me to make the mistake of not trying to push out information about the publication, and I'm doing myself a disservice.
Absolutely.
By not doing that. You know, just 2, 4, 8 hours of work to let people know what I've done with my co-authors. It just makes sense to me.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. You put so much work into, doing all the experiments and pulling the published article together. It just doesn't make sense to stop the hard work there. Well, I think KUDOS allows you to do it in a much more sort of coordinated and systematic way. I mean, the best thing about KUDOS is it gives you feedback on how you're actually doing it, So, I mean, it's pretty hard at the moment to see how effective using social media is for promoting articles. But especially if you're using more than one social media channel, but KUDOS sums it up nicely, and you can see a direct result of how many downloads your article receives, which is really neat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it would be fantastic if my article received a lot more downloads and as a result got cited a lot more. But ultimately, I think it's just knowing that the hard work that you've put in it is worth it, and that your work reaches its full potential.
Literally, I signed in yesterday. Within 10 minutes, I filled out my basic profile. I started linking in all my articles. It took me a while to claim, I think, 130 articles to filter out, but that was a very simple process. The claiming process is beautiful.
Yeah,
probably one of the best I've seen, really. And right now, I'm enhancing and enriching some of those articles. So I'm very optimistic. The way that they've designed the interface was really superb.
Yeah, it's really like step by step. Reword the title, upload a video, use these tools, like social media tools. Yeah, it's really well explained and easy to follow.
It's an interesting observation. I was building out one of my articles, and when I was looking for pieces to enrich it with, I came across a piece of analysis, which is a deep, rigorous mathematical analysis, modelling the data that we talked about in the scientific paper. Now, when you write a paper, of course, you can't cite forward what people are going to say about it. So how would I deal with it? In theory, I could go back to the publisher's site, and if that publisher allows me to add comments, then I can make a link, but of course not all publishers are going to allow me to do that. So what I found is this beautiful piece of work that's been done. I hadn't found it until today. I'm going to add it to enrich the article, and it will be a beautiful example of writing a scientific publication and bringing somebody else's analysis of that publication together without doing that, there's no way that people would be able to find that information. So I think that alone is a very, very high value to me.
I mean, just give it a go on even just a few of your articles, and you know, the feedback that you get from KUDOS, you can see that it has an effect, and you know, that should be enough to convince you to keep on going and do it with all your articles.
Yeah. Scientists were supposed to be experimentalists, so run the experiment, almost guaranteed this is going to work for you.